the NFC Championship game, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Green Bay. It's the Eagles and the Packers, and it's coming right up on EA Sports.
The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Up next, we're keeping it in the NFC for this one, between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Green Bay Packers. Welcome, everybody. Kate Scott joined in the booth by Brock Heward. And in a minute, partner, we are going to kick off, and it'll be a moment both teams have fought for all season. A chance to win the conference title, and more importantly, punch that ticket to the Super Bowl.
There is so much. You can just feel it in this building. There is so much pomp and circumstance that comes with this game. And winning the conference title is a major achievement for a franchise, no question. But you and I both know this, Kate. This isn't the trophy they've spent all season thinking about. It's not the ultimate prize, but it is just a step on the way to what they've been focused on all season long. Only one of these two teams is going to take that step and get that shot for the biggest trophy of them all in this league, that Lombardi trophy.
So here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him. And he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have. That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards. Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Hurts now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Hurts throwing again. It's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Shotgun snap for Hurts. That's caught. They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out! And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. It's a gain of 22. And that's good for an Eagles first down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Pass complete to Campbell. And he'll go down here at the 16.
Time and again, receivers will tell their quarterbacks, just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. Just throw it up and give me the opportunity. Well, in this case, with even 2 defenders trying to cover that wide receiver, couldn't get it done.
And he's stopped out at the 16 after a small gain. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a fourth down.
So on fourth down, on comes the Eagles kicker, Jake Elliott, for the try. This from 35 yards away. The kick by Hopkins is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Starting from the 5. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. So the Packers offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first-rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
And he doesn't have the advantage he usually does coming off a bye week. Both these teams came in here well-rested after a Sunday away. Of course, that means an extra week of prep work for this defense, too. So he's got his work cut out for him to find ways to attack them today.
A nice starting spot for the Packers this drive. 1st and 10 coming up.
Ready, set.
Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
That's reeled in by Jayden Reed. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be first down, Packers. They're set up at the 35 now.
Here we go, set, ready, go.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Ready?
From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And he's tackled with markers down. This one should be on the defense.
Offside, defense.
Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him.
Still first down. Ready, break.
A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on first down.
Set. Ready, ready.
From the red zone now. This is on target to Christian Watson. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's 1st and goal. They'll run. Jacobs. And they make a stop at the last minute. It's a game down to the 1. 6 yards from there. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
Jacobs. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Packers finish off their opening drive. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers one up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Here's Smith on the return. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. The Eagles about set to get going for their second drive. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. Dukes out a one-stop. Oh, breaking ankles with that move. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
So all they needed to see right there before the snap. Defense way overcommitted to stopping the quick pass. Became really easy to hand it off and watch that running back do the rest.
This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Motioning left is their running back. From the pistol, Hurts. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds right along the 20.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3 now. Back to throw, Hurts. Escapes the punt. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. Hurts to throw. Has a man. It's Brown. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles hold a slim 2-point lead early. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. Yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles push their lead to 3. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. It's Keyshawn Nixon with the return. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. The Green Bay offense return into the field for their second possession. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here.
Ready, set, go.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone.
Let's go now. Hut.
Shotgun give now to Jacobs. Spins out of one stop. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 5 on that carry. Bringing up 2nd and 5.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
This one's caught. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You just got to love that angle, right? It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sell that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the 1st down.
And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Just 1 yard on the run. Still in good shape, though, with 2nd and goal from the 2.
Here we go, set.
Shotgun now for Love. And he will score. Touchdown, Green Bay! The Packers take a field goal lead in our opening quarter. Christian Watson with the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Setting up to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers take a 4-point lead. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Here's Smith on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Eagles about set to go on offense. Now trying to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Devon Bullard bringing that play to an end. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Second and 8. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
And the Packers at a 50 DB out there for this 3rd down play. Throwing here hurts. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Hit arrived as the ball did to break things up. So that brings up 4th and long. Nice work by the defense on that drive, Brock, as it looks like they're going to get off the field here with a 3 and out.
Yeah, kept them from generating any sort of momentum to give this drive legs. We know offenses, they've got to see the chains move to get it going. That forcible hit knocked the ball loose.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Packers will take over possession. The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. And that lead they've got, Brock, they are never going to have to worry about losing it if they keep scoring every time they touch this football.
Is that how it works?
It surprisingly is. You know, if you have the lead and you don't lose it, you win.
And that type of start, well, you wanted all 17 games of a season, but you're lucky to get it more than once.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Come on, set. Set.
Handoff here to Jacobs. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Eagles territory. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. Third and 4 coming up now.
Down. 52 blaster.
Love out of the shotgun. Complete beyond the marker. He touches him down as he finds enough to pick up the first.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New set of downs for him at the 38.
Set. Ready.
Jacobs running behind center. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Set. Hut. Set.
Play fake. It's Love. Bails out of the pocket quick. Throwing deep for the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they need to get 4 on third down.
Let's go.
Love from the gun. Watson with the catch. And this one doesn't go far.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that third down?
We're 1 quarter into deciding who's going to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. Neither side separating much so far. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive.
Ready.
Here's Love to throw. That finds Jacobs complete. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Right. Ready.
2nd and 6 now. Cut by Jacobs. And he's brought down after a short gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. Oh, he scoops up his own mistake.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become 2, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
Fourth and 3, drive on the line.
Here we go.
Here's Love. Taken in by Dobbs. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. It's a 13-yard pickup, and no worry at all on their side from being able to reach that marker on 4th down. That was impressive.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Here we go. Set, go.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. It's 2 yards on the gain, and now it'll be 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
5-97. Hut, hut.
Kicks the handoff, now Love. And he will score. Touchdown, Green Bay! The Packers now lead by 10. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. Well, Brock, it wasn't hard to see why they botched on that play fake. Even our camera operator was fooled into thinking it was a run, but certainly made it easier to connect on that touchdown pass.
And that's all about the attention to details, Kate. Really is. The offensive line getting their pads down. The running back and quarterback at that mesh point, making it look exactly like a run. You do the details on the front end, and the play-action game rewards follow on the back end.
That one splits the uprights. And the Packers drive their lead to 11. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Barkley on the shotgun handoff. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Javon Bullard bringing that play to an end. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Hurts now from the gun. This one finds Goddard. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He's got Smith. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Eric Stokes getting there for the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
From the 47. Flushed out of the pocket. Now he takes it. And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Packers side of the field. That's the rookie from Texas A&M who took him down.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm. Especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he can't escape. The Packers drop him. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Braden Mann out once more for another punt. Keyshawn Nixon returning this for the Packers. Got 44 yards on his first kick, Brock, and this one looks to be longer. He'll get it at the 9. And he gets them what he can, but still pretty deep in their own territory starting out. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And the Packers are going to have a long football field ahead of them on this drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Hut.
A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball.
Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something.
On the set.
So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd.
Hut, hut.
Throwing, Love. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Jamal Adams with the INT. And the Eagles take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. And they need some kind of score here, Brock, to keep this from getting away from him on the road in the postseason. They're set up at the 35 now.
Right.
First down, a run with Barkley. And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Brought down by Quay Walker. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Bails out of, and they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
Okay, it's pretty clear, isn't it? It's this constant pressure that this defense has imposed on this offense to keep them out of rhythm and build up this lead. This offense is not going to offer a comeback if this quarterback continues to run for his life.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He keeps those feet in and makes the catch.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
So on 4th down, on comes the Eagles kicker Jake Elliott for the try. From the right hash, about 45 yards out. The kick by Hopkins is good. And that brings the deficit back within a score, 8 points.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. Nixon now to return it. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Set.
Jacobs with it. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice, once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Let's go.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Devin White hauls him down. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Pressure coming for Love. Reed's got it. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. Following that completion, medical staff headed out for an injured player. We'll see what the nature of his injury is. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6.
Here we go. Ready?
To the air with Love. This is reeled in by Reed. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Let's go now.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's on the move. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear.
Ready.
Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Looking for his wide receiver there. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
Here we go. Here we go. Set.
Love. That'll be complete to Jacobs. And this one does not go far.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
And that one comes down at the 2 before bouncing into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They give to Barkley, left side. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Brought down by Quay Walker. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Option play, they give it to Barkley. And he's brought down for a loss. Now a pause to attend to an injured player, and this is a worrying sight. It is Saquon Barkley who was hurt on the play. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Running back sent in motion left. Incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Collects this at the 35. And he gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. Officially a 55-yard launch. And they'll get ready to go on offense. A nice starting spot for the Packers this drive. 1st and 10 coming up.
Here we go. Set.
Here's Jacobs. And he's tackled for a short gain. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Set. Ready.
They stick with Jacobs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of 2 follows up a gain of 1, and now they're left with 3rd and 7.
Come on, set.
Love now to throw. It's cut right side by Watson. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
The nice thing about a drag route is it works versus zone. You can find that soft spot and get a completion, but they can be very effective when you got an excellent route runner running away on that drag route from man coverage.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down.
Down.
Love out of the shotgun. He's got Watson. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
Set.
From the 23. That's knocked away by a defender. Incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. 1st down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Looking for Christian Watson that time. So second down coming up.
Ready. Ready.
Love to throw again. Into traffic, complete. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
That's into the hands of Downs. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Let's go now.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Ready.
Shotgun now for Love. It's a Green Bay touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Now we'll see them try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Packers lead by 15 now. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. That's halftime. Only 2 quarters standing between one of these teams and the NFC spot in the Super Bowl. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
But first, time to look ahead to the AFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals doing battle with the Baltimore Ravens. It was the Packers' leading man, quarterback Jordan Love, who turned in a solid performance in that first half. He threw a first-quarter touchdown pass, then 2 more in the second quarter, a 3-touchdown half. And he may just be getting started. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. The Hallis Trophy awaits one of these teams, partner. Just a half to go as we're off in the 3rd quarter. Fielded at the 7. Good looking return here, and he's got room. Coverage team tracks him down as the return reaches the 35. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And as we're reminded of some of the highlights of this game, his touchdowns ranking quite high among them. We're going to see 3 of them here, and if you're scoring like that, Brock, it normally means you've had a pretty darn good game.
On the double.
A nice starting spot for the Packers this drive. 1st and 10 coming up.
Ready, ready. Striker, 3-3. Edo blue. Set, go.
Love from the gun. This finds Downs. Juke the defender. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A pickup there. Bay 1st down. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. 1st down throw. Here's Love. The pass falls incomplete, but was there a reason for it? We see a flag out there.
Eligible receiver downfield. Offense.
So not a holding call. One of the linemen actually too far downfield that time. That's what drew the flag.
Still first down.
Here we go. Set. Cut.
Play fake. It's Love. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it second down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get two hands on it the next time.
Taking a big shot for the end zone. And that's nearly intercepted, but couldn't hang on. Just a harmless incompletion. It's third down. Nearly an interception on that play. And things look tougher now with third and long.
Come on, set.
Love now. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Darius Slay has it. And the Eagles are tackled on the return after taking the interception back to the 25. They worked hard to have the halftime lead, Brock, but now that defense working hard to take it away.
Not wasting any time, are they? You know, they love to say about baseball, Kate, baseball's a game of adjustments. So is the NFL, and especially in the second half. You have all that data from the first half. You want to take it all in, and defensively you want to adjust exactly what they did to take the ball away there to begin the second.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Now Hurts. Smith pulls this one in along the sideline. Ooh, play didn't develop like he needed. He goes out behind the line. All right, here we go. Second down. Hurts now from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Brought down by Quay Walker.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find a soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
The Eagles are in punt formation. Braden Mann will kick it away. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And it's going to be their football coming up. They're out and set. First and 10.
43 rail. Down. Cut.
Takes the handoff. Now Love. Able to get it to Reed. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Okay, ready?
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Set.
It's a design boot. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball.
Let's go.
It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now a give on the counter. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Oh, love this. He gets another one. Keep feeding that fullback, baby. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Brought down by Quay Walker. Stuffed at the line a 2nd time, and now it'll be 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. That one's caught along the left sideline. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game, and sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Here's Hurts. Caught by his fullback behind the line. And they get this down to the 28.
I remember talking to Jim Harbaugh one time, and Bo Schembechler asked him when he was a head coach, do you have a tight end with his hand on the ground? Yes, coach. Do you have a fullback still on your roster? Yes, coach. And you're going to be just fine.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. Pass is hauled in by the running back.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Now a shotgun handoff to Gainwell. And he got there to make the stop at the line of scrimmage. So the run doesn't get the yardage. It's a turnover on down.
These 4th down runs, it's all about want to and will. Want to keep it conservative offensively, try to move it across, but that defense was having none of it. And now they get themselves off the field.
Out now runs the Packer offense. And taking a look at these highlights, Brock, just a reminder of the type of game that they have had throwing the football. It really has been the key to their success.
Yeah, they've just not only stayed on schedule here, Kate. Man, they've made some music, right? Great rhythm.
Yeah.
Not just ahead of schedule, but huge plays have followed. We've seen a lot of different looks and wrinkles throughout this performance, and it's been a joy to watch.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. This is reeled in by Reed. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Set.
From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And they bring him down around the 34. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Ready, ready.
Here's Love. taken in by Dobbs. And that's good for a gain of 5. Nakobe Dean in on the tackle.
Teammates notice when they got a guy willing to take it on the chin to get rid of the pass. That's a pass that's going to earn a lot of points with the other 10 players, not just today, but when they go back and watch that play on tape.
And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. They hit it to single yard that time. They're going to have to solve 3rd down and 4.
Here we go, set.
Blitz coming, Love. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And now they have a 1st and goal.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Set, ready.
They'll run Jacobs. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing.
Touchdown, Green Bay! Well, Brock, not much to say other than the fact that this offense on point. They're just clicking today.
Just rolling. I mean, this is clinic. This is what I call teaching tape. Being well prepared, and more importantly, going out there and executing at a high level.
Kicking team out to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Packers grow the lead now to 22 points. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, Kate, that's a quick hitter to the big guy, and that's what you normally expect to see out of it. Not a huge gain, just picking up a little bit before they stall him out.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why. And
it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He'll check this one down, complete to the fullback. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
Punt team on the field. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Packers headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. He's got it to him yet again, and that one is caught. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And it sets up second down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
He spins right by him. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. The big play nets him 17 yards. And it'll be first down, Packers. Going run again with Jacobs. And he hit a seam and got it to the opposing 44. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
Let's go.
Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. 3rd and a lone yard coming up.
Ready.
Love out of the shotgun. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
You know, these 3rd and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. That time on 3rd and short, they can't get the job done.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Eagles will be backed up a good bit to begin the drive. Now the Eagle offense headed back out to the field. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Now motion him out of the backfield left. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Eric Stokes getting there for the stop. No gain on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 7. Just a quarter left before one of these teams punches its ticket to the Super Bowl. It's Eagles football, and they trail. Need to fight to keep their postseason going. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Hurts to throw. He has the first over the middle. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles get it back to within 2 possessions. A.J. Brown, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Well, Brock, even with it being possibly the most popular route for teams to go to, sometimes you get it on the slant, you find yourself in the gap to turn it into much more, including what we just saw, 6 points.
All this time on task between you and I together, why do you think it's the most popular route?
Easy for the QB?
Yeah, I mean, short distance, easy for the QB,
Yeah.
and it's also great versus man or zone. There really is not a defense that you can employ out there. When you execute it right and you execute it on time, the big plays, and sometimes like this, touchdowns will follow.
Ooh, you could feel the greater sense of urgency from him there, Brock. Trailing on the scoreboard, and he took the initiative to convert that two-point try.
Yeah, you always need your quarterback to be able to manufacture points, but especially when you're down. He's got the license to improvise anytime. And what a confidence builder to everyone around him when your QB can make something out of nothing.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Has this at the 6. Returns looking good so far. This return makes it up to the 37 as he's tackled. The home teams are headed back to the field, so we'll get a look at Romeo Dobbs. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. A nice starting spot for the Packers this drive. 1st and 10 coming up. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Shotgun now for Love. That's into the hands of Dobbs. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Ready.
3rd and just 2 to go.
Ready.
Love from the gun. That's Reed on a slant. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. That one gains 7. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48.
Here we go. Here we go.
Jacobs running behind center. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
Here we go. Set.
From the 46. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Well, the pressure, boy, that sped that whole play up, and it opened up a wide range of outcomes. A hurried throw almost ended up an interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
Cut by Jacobs. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Come on. Set.
They'll come up 1st and 10.
Ready.
Handoff here to Jacobs. And he carries it for a big gain that gets him down into the red zone. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Down. Set. Go.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. They pick up a yard, still need one more though. 3rd down coming up.
Set.
Love looking to pass. On the move, headed right. And down he goes, the Eagles got him. And they chase him out of bounds, that's gonna be a sack. The Packers sending out their special teamers. Field goal coming. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that makes this a 3-score game.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. This field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
Campbell now on the return. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The offense getting set to go. They threw it the whole way down the field on their last drive, and they welcome the same level of play on this series as well. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the pistol, Hurts. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. So good work to help reset those chains.
He'll get this one to Brown. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
From midfield on 2nd down. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Packers take over on his 11th interception of the campaign. Well, we all know, Brock, those slot guys start piling up receptions, and that makes them a priority target for the defense.
Yep.
They kept someone nearby, and they pick off that check down.
If a play breaks down in today's football, like back in my day, last century, well, you checked down to the running back. That's not the case anymore. These slot receivers, well, they're as big a security blanket as running backs are, but the defenses, to your point, Kate, they figured it out too. And that defense, well, they didn't just figure it out in their head. They went out and executed with their bodies to take it away.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And he's going to work his way almost to midfield. That's stopped at the 48. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Let's go.
Takes the handoff, now Love. Headed out right. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Ready.
Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. 2 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 1st down, Packers.
Here we go.
A gift to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And they needed more than one defender. Their powerful runner stopped for just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Let's go now.
Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. That finds Jacobs, complete. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Ready.
They run it with Jacobs. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
22 needle. Hut, hut.
To the air with Love. Forced out to his right. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And he drives this forward to the 6. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention.
On the set.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Here we go. Set. Hut.
Here's Love to throw. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers put up even more points in a win. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
They're out to try and tack on the extra point. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call.
Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to gift them a drive starting at the 30. Now this offense ready to head back out. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. On first down, Hurts. Goddard makes the catch. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, just find a way to get him the ball.
Oh, this big guy is moving. And he gets in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles making the scoreboard look a touch better. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
The Eagles lined up here. They're trying for 2 once again. And he is hit well behind the line and goes down. They're not able to make much of anything on that 2-point attempt.
I think we saw a little frustration vented on that stop. Certainly weren't happy about giving up a touchdown, but they made sure to deny them 2 more on top of it.
Not really much of an avenue left for a comeback in this one, but they still have to try the onside kick here. And the Packers are able to recover the kick. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. The home teams returning their offense and this running back to the field. Even though they've got a 3-score lead, still a lot of time left, so they're going to try to grow it even further. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Here's a give to Jacobs. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run in crossing that 1st down marker.
From the 40 on 2nd down. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Love on 3rd and short. That'll be complete to Jacobs. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. The Packers send out their punting unit. It'll be Daniel Whelan doing the honors. Ooh, and this is a worm burner. He didn't hit this one well. And this will stick him back a ways. That punt hits and jumps out of bounds near the 14. Another drive coming up for this offense. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air. So expect some tighter coverage this time around. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Hits him on the out route. They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
63.
Second and 3. Escapes the pocket. Breaks the tackle. Green grass ahead. Escapes a defender. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Well, hold on a sec. We've got an Eagle hurting pretty good out there, and they're going to head out to look at him. New set of downs for him from the 46. First down throwing for Hurts. Dump off to his fullback. Nowhere really for him to go. He steps out. They're going to lose some yardage.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Offense to the line for second down. Hurts now from the gun. That pass complete to Goddard. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run and break tackles and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
First and 10. Here's Hurts. He'll check this one down. Oh, he lost the football. Packers pick it up. And they finally drag him down, but not until after a very nice return.
You know, kid, that is just an awesome job by the defense. We talk about it all the time. Pursuit and effort, pursuit and effort. Pursue and they rip the football away, and then the effort for the big return on the fumble sets that offense up in primo position.
The Packers all set to get back out there. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Here's Jacobs. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is backwards.
Love out of the shotgun. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Cooper to Gene in to pick it off. And he pays the price for the interception. Woo-hoo, big hit brings it into that return. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line. First and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Complete out to the right side. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Second and 1. Doesn't have the hook up there. Incomplete pass. Trying to hit his fullback there. But still plenty of options left on third and short. Hurts. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up. They'll run for this. Oh, what a hit. Jars the ball loose. And no turnover. It's going to stay with the offense. Hurts looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Green Bay. Eagles trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. Trying again following the sack. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Hurts to throw. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? We chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. On fourth down, Hurts. Completed over the middle. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. And absolutely no chance of getting the yards he needed. He's brought down well short, and they're going to turn it over on downs.
Hey, I get it. It's already over. But go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Now here comes the Green Bay offense. They're looking to just hang on to the ball through the finish. Defense has all of its timeouts, but with this game out of reach, a good chance they just let it run. A nice starting spot for the Packers this drive. 1st and 10 coming up.
Let's go.
Now a run with Jacobs. He breaks the tackle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Ready.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Ready.
Going to the ground again on first. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is he puts some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
And he'll advance this down to the 38 on that run. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on third down.
Let's go now. Set.
Play fake, it's Love. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. Thought he had a touchdown there. And 4th and 4 coming up.
Ready, ready.
Takes the handoff, now Love. He connects downfield on 4. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers grow their lead yet again. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. Gamble now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, Hurts. Trying to push it deep downfield. And there's our last-in image of this game. It's intercepted. And the Packers make one of their best plays at the end, coming up with the interception on our final snap of the game. So a historic venue in football sees yet another win as the Packers take this one at Lambeau. And one last huge step has been taken, partner, as they claim that George Halas Trophy as NFC champions. And now just one step and one trophy remain. 2 weeks from now when they take the field in the Super Bowl. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Packers are your winners as we say so long from Green Bay.